date, people. Up to date. FIU bridge. Figg is asking for a restraining order against the federal government's order to debar them from federal highway jobs, FHWA, federal highway jobs. Dive brief. Figg Bridge Engineering, Inc. and Figg Engineering William Denny Pate. Figg Engineering William Denny Pate have sued the Federal Highway Administration, asking a U.S. District Court judge to lift the agency's suspension of their eligibility to participate in federal-funded projects pending debarment procedures. All right, suspension supposedly driven by Figg's role in the deadly, I think it's the narrative, this part, from the writer. Right, let's move on. This is temporary, but this is interesting right here. Court yesterday voted to terminate Figg's, this is in Harris County, Texas, to terminate their $1 billion Ships Canal Bridge in Houston, that they're going to terminate that. And so that's the commissioner's court yesterday. They terminated it. I did not find why yet, but I'll look into it. I'll give you guys this link in the comments. I'll give you, this is from Construction Dive. I'll give you this link, which back that up one more. This one is from Roads and Bridges. Figg sues FHWA, Federal Highway, to lift suspension over FIU bridge. There's the narrative here. Remember, these guys, Roads and Bridges, let's be clear about this. Roads and Bridges and Construction Dive, they did not take a side. They're after the fact, their narrative. So don't give them all the credit. They didn't speak up. They didn't dive into, or they're not diving into showing Figg's other mistakes in these articles. They're not talking about how they, how this would be a good thing for the public safety, to just err on the side of safety and just remove the people out. Remove the people out that keep dropping the ball. This is a safety issue, a human safety issue, right? Road and Bridges nor Construction Dive is saying, hey, we don't care if they don't make money. More importantly, it's life that matters. Neither one are taking that narrative. Of course, that's my narrative. We come over here to audit. This is under the Office of Inspector General. This is the May 12th, 2020, and this is going to take more of a dive into it. I'll give you the link, and you guys can dive if you're so interested. But this is where they're saying they want Figg out. The issue is an oversight. They need more oversight of the job sites. Well, I don't know if they need more oversight. They had reporting in there. They had reporting that was supposed to be reported to the government, including inspections and all that. They have no more oversight is needed. They had the state that was supposed to oversight for them. They handed it down to them. They had oversight. So this is not an oversight issue. So this is craziness. This is a neglect issue, negligence, right? Move on. Back two more for you guys. This is OIG. Yeah, this is the correspondence of from an OIG. Let's see if I got the same one. Here's the audit reports, correspondence. I'll give you guys this because I might not dive into it before you do. You have your dates, and remember, this is a narrative. Look what they're not saying is what you want to look for. And basically, they're not. They don't want to call themselves out for the mistake. Federal Highway, the letter under Federal Highway Administration, letter to the House and Senate Appropriation Committees on the firms involved with the Florida International University pedestrian bridge. I want to get you. I'll get you this link also. I think I can get you this link. This will be at the actual document where Figg is saying, we're the victim. We need 811, date 811. We need to make money. That's that $1 billion contract, if you get rid of it, that's more than half our money. Well, they got private bridges. They got money they got coming in. And so what if they get dissolved? So what if they were found negligent in the death of those people? To be negligent in the death of the people. Second, for a number of reasons. Plaintiff have established that they will suffer imminent, irreparable harm in the suspension if the suspensions are vacated in the interim. Not vacated in the interim. So they're saying that they need temporary, that they're going to win this. So this now, we get another bite at court, if you will, because they get to argue their case now. And this is kind of an interesting thing, whereas you don't get to argue against. See, it's a pretty good attack on their part, if you think. You don't get to argue against NTSB. You don't get to bring them to court. So what does this do? This starts the case, and the NTSB, they don't answer in court. They don't do their own thing. They do their own thing. So this now makes the NTSB going to have to argue their position about why, if you go around about it, you say, well, I think they were negligent. They said they don't have a prima facie case stating why. It appears they just are saying you're done. Now, you can go to Rogan Shoes. I'm looking for shoes for someone. You can go to where they have debarred other companies. And where is that? Okay. I can't find the tab just now. You can look it up. They have debarred other companies. So you would see how that works. Are they allowed this to accept it on face value? That's the thing. Well, this is in front of the United States District Court for the District of Columbia, D.C. Columbia, of all things, right? So this will be a very interesting deal. Plaintiffs. So if they use what I'm driving at, so if they use that report, they then get to bring up the report and start going for it. Counsel for Bridge Engineering and William Denny Pate. So they get to bring up that report, and now they get to attack the report, which is their position, is that the government never really used their professionals. And we went over that. I talked about how they used the angles were not the same that they used to do their shear testing and all that. They were not meeting it the same. They could have set up a something that would show it, but they chose to use. Well, that's another video. I'll have to find it for you guys if you're still interested. They chose to show a plane, an angle that was duplicated on one side, but there were two angles were meeting, and different loads were meeting. Then it wasn't just shear like that. They had it, if you remember, they had it stacked up. They had the friction. They had a straight column that they put two pieces together, if you will, and then they compressed the column and said this is the shear plane that was at 10 and 11 in the deck. Well, that's not true, because the weight, the deck wasn't moving. The deck wasn't moving, well, or was it? And it also had number 12 backing up as a dead load and reinforcement as a dead load. They didn't duplicate all that, and that was their engineer they hired. And I did quite a few videos on that, going, what's up with this their report? And that thing was so deep that it was like a rabbit hole going the wrong direction. I mean, it was back in the debunking stuff that was so obviously, blatantly just third base type stuff, I think. But it now appears that we're going to see some third base argument. This is going to be cool. All right, terminating video. I'll give you the links for all this stuff in the comments. And enjoy. Bye.